My brother, I've been thinking about something. We've talked about this. Let's give the people more. Oh, they're gonna f it up.
Welcome, everybody, to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and today is going to be a special one as we discuss a currently in theaters film. We're going to take a look at Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen, Rachel McAdams, Benedict Wong, Xochitl Gomez, Patrick Stewart, Haley Atwell, Lashana Lynch, Anson Mount, John Krasinski, and Bruce Campbell. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And as I said during the introduction, as I touched on yesterday, today is a special one as we take a look at another film currently in theaters. We're going to break a little bit from the Dwayne Johnson films as I attempt to try to give you some of these movies that I'm seeing in theaters while they're still topical. And today we're going to discuss Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, there will be some spoilers in this review. Let me just get it out there right now. There is a spoiler alert in effect for this episode. If you do not want to know what happens in the movie, if you don't want me to elaborate on what's in the movie, any of that type of stuff, turn this episode off and we will see you on Monday. However, if you have seen Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, if you don't care about the spoilers, because at this point it has been 2 weeks since it came out in theaters, then please, we encourage you to stay with me here and enjoy the review. Now then, that being said, let's get into the review here, shall we? Now, as our movie opens, America Chavez and Dr. Stephen Strange are being chased by a demon in the space between universes while searching for the Book of Vishanti. Strange is killed, and Chavez accidentally creates a portal that transports herself and Strange's corpse to Earth 616, our world. And once inside of our universe, our familiar version of Doctor Strange rescues Chavez from an octopus demon with help from the Sorcerer Supreme, Wong. Chavez explains to Strange and Wong that the demons are hunting her due to the fact that she has the power to travel through the multiverse. After recognizing witchcraft runes on the demon, Strange decides to consult with Wanda Maximoff for help. However, shortly thereafter, he realizes that she is the one responsible for the attacks on America Chavez. After acquiring the Darkhold and becoming the Scarlet Witch, Wanda believes that by controlling Chavez's powers, she will be able to reunite with Billy and Tommy, the children that she created during her time in Westview. And when Stephen refuses to surrender Chavez, Wanda attacks Carmitage, killing many of the sorcerers. Chavez accidentally transports herself and our Doctor Strange to Earth 838, while Wanda uses the Darkhold in order to dreamwalk and take control of her 838 counterpart, who lives a quiet, suburban life with her own versions of Billy and Tommy. One of the few surviving Carmitage sorceresses then sacrifices herself in order to destroy the Darkhold and break the Dreamwalk. Now even further enraged, Wanda forces Wong to lead her to Mount Wundagore, a forbidden ruin where the Darkhold had been transcribed in order to help her re-establish the Dreamwalk. While searching for help, Doctor Strange and America Chavez are arrested by the Earth 838 Sorcerer Supreme, Carl Mordo. And once arrested, they are brought before the Illuminati, a secret society that consists of Mordo, Captain Peggy Carter, King Blackagar Boltagon, the Black Bolt, Captain Marvel, who in this universe is Maria Rambeau, Dr. Reed Richards, and Professor Charles Xavier. The Illuminati explained to Strange that through reckless use of their universe's Darkhold in an attempt to defeat Thanos, Earth 838's Doctor Strange ended up triggering a universe-destroying incursion. So the Illuminati killed him in order to prevent him from causing even more harm. Now, Mordo believes that the Earth 616 version of Strange, our version, is similarly dangerous. However, before they can pass judgment, Wanda reestablishes her dream walk at Mount Wundagore and arrives in her 838 counterpart's body. Wanda violently slaughters all of the Illuminati members, except for Mordo, while Strange and Chavez escape with the assistance of the Earth 838 counterpart of Stephen's ex-fiancée, Christine Palmer, who in this universe is a scientist working with the Illuminati. Strange, Chavez, and Palmer enter the space between universes in order to find the Book of Vishanti, which is the antithesis to the Darkhold. But Wanda appears and destroys it. Wanda then takes over Chavez's mind, using her powers to send the others to an incursion-destroyed universe. Meanwhile, back on Earth 616, Wanda begins the spell to take Chavez's powers. Strange is able to defeat the destroyed universe's Doctor Strange, who had been corrupted by his own universe's version of the Darkhold, by using the Darkhold to dreamwalk into the corpse of the deceased alternate universe version of himself that arrived in Earth 616 at the beginning of our film. Now, with Wong's help, Strange saves Chavez from Wanda and encourages America Chavez to use her abilities. Chavez then transports Wanda to Earth 838, where Wanda sees Billy and Tommy recoil in fear while crying for their real mother. Wanda then relents and uses her powers to bring down Mount Wundagore, destroying all copies of the Darkhold throughout the entire multiverse, and apparently sacrificing herself in the process. Stephen and Christine say their farewells and return to their respective universes, and as our movie draws to its end, Kamar-Taj is repaired as the surviving sorcerers, who have now been joined by America Chavez, continue their training. Strange develops a third eye as an agonizing result of using the Darkhold to dreamwalk into a corpse. And in our mid-credit scene, Doctor Strange is approached by a sorceress, played by Charlize Theron, who warns him that his actions have triggered an incursion that he must help fix, and Strange follows her into the dark dimension, who you'll remember in the first Strange movie is inhabited by Dormammu. Once again, before I go any further, everything that you just heard me say is on Wiki. It is out there. It is public knowledge. If you've ridden with me this far and you want to stay with me, cool. However, I'm going to remind you that from this point forward, a spoiler alert is in effect, as I may get deeper into the movie than what I just read in the description, which, as I stated, is available on Wikipedia. So, if you don't want to hear me get any deeper and potentially give things away, turn off here. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you for joining me. If you've seen the movie and want to hear me continue, let's get going, kids. Now, I knew going in that this movie was going to be a wild ride. Okay, I've been looking forward to Doctor Strange 2 for a while now. And the fact that Phase 4 isn't just movies, but it's the TV series and everything else that's connecting things to it. I mean, you've got Captain Carter from the What If series. You've got the Black Bolt from the Inhumans. You've got Reed Richards in his first appearance in the MCU. You've got Patrick Stewart as Professor Charles Xavier, bringing the Fox universe into the MCU. You know, I was talking with my girlfriend after the movie, and we both agreed that if there had been one movie this phase where it saddens us that Stan Lee could not have been there for a cameo. As amazing as No Way Home was with all three Spideys, this is the movie right here. The Fox Universe X-Men, led by Charles Xavier. The First Family, Reed Richards, the Fantastic Four, finally in an MCU film. And they appear for the first time in the same film. I caught it before my girlfriend did when they mentioned the Baxter facility. I was like, oh shit, the Baxter facility. Then you bring in the fact that Wanda, one of their own, was the villain. Now, granted, she started off as a bad guy a little bit in Age of Ultron, but most of that was programming, if you will. It's what they were conditioned to do. This was the Darkhold. This was Wanda getting deeper into her powers and beginning to reach her full potential. I'm curious to see where Wanda goes from here because it definitely was not definitive as to whether she died or not. Plus, you factor in the fact that the multiverse is open, so there's always other dimensional Wandas that can come through. We can always revisit the 838 Wanda with Billy and Tommy, and those could come into our dimension if the 616 Wanda is in fact dead. You know, there's so much untapped potential here now. Seeing Charles Xavier come out there with the Illuminati to begin speaking to Stephen Strange. Seeing Haley Atwell, Peggy Carter, in the Captain Carter uniform, whooping ass with that shield. People have been wanting to see her whoop ass again since the Agent Carter series was canceled. They got it here. This movie was this was such this movie was a horror movie. It really was. And we talked about it after the theater, me and my girlfriend also. I told her I was going to consider putting this in my top 10 horror sequels list that me and Jeff are going to do later in the year. But she pointed out the fact that I couldn't use it because the original Doctor Strange isn't a horror movie. So it's not a horror sequel. It is just a sequel to a movie that happens to be horror in nature when its original product was not of the horror genre. And that's a damn shame that I can't use it. But honorable mention status, definitely it can get. But oh my god, holy shit, were the words of the evening whenever we talked about this movie. It was an amazing thrill ride, and I told her it's right up there with Endgame and No Way Home for me now. We're talking like top 3 MCU movies. I'm not going to get into the order ranking right now, but Endgame, No Way Home, and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness are the top 3. No ifs, ands, or buts. You want to discuss it with me? If you're watching the live stream, if you're watching on demand, let's have that conversation. I'd love to get into it with you guys about this. When it comes to my rating of this, I have to be objective. I have to be fair. I can't give this a 5-star. I just can't. It was my first time seeing it. If I sit through it 2, 3, 4 more times and I still feel walking away from them as I do right now, this would definitely be a 5-star flick down the road. That being said, I can give it 4.5 out of 5. It was that damn good. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly urge you to go out there, put your money into the multiplex, and see this film in theaters. Do not wait for it to come to Disney Plus. If you have seen it already, then please, 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 let's have that conversation over here for the live stream, down here for on demand. I am so looking forward to getting into it with you guys about this film. You have no idea. Let's discuss it. Make sure you guys tune in on Monday, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews when we kick off our last full week of Dwayne Johnson films and we discuss Central Intelligence, starring Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Amy Ryan, Aaron Paul, Danielle Nicolette, Jason Bateman, and Melissa McCarthy. You're not going to want to miss out on that one on Monday, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, right back here on an all-new Renegades Reviews, when, as I said, we begin our last full week of Dwayne Johnson movies. We got 4 more to go. So we got another Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then a following Monday, and then we'll be on to a whole new month of movies. You want to know what will be coming in that month? Check this out. That's right. When we come to you in June, we're going to do movies where there's only 2 of them, the original and a sequel. No trilogies, no 4, 5, 10 franchise movies. No, a movie and a sequel. That's it. That's all we're going to be doing in June. And yes, kind of cheating a little bit because we're going to start June off with Journey to the Center of the Earth and Journey to the Mysterious Island. And Journey to the Mysterious Island has, that's right, Dwayne Johnson. So we got a little bit of a segue there into the next month, but it should be good times checking all of that out. So make sure you guys tune in for that beginning in June, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. Thank you all to my loyal friends and fans out there that have tuned in and supported me. Make sure you share this video with your family, your friends, other movie lovers, other cinephiles. Get it out there. Get me some exposure. Like the video so we can help boost it up in the YouTube algorithms so that my videos will get noticed a little bit more. Thank you again for all the love and support. I will see you guys on Monday.